Hello and welcome to this Board Game Life. I'm your host, Mark, and today I am unboxing the Leviathan Wilds Founders Edition, the Deepvale Expansion Pack, and the Deluxe Component Pack. All this is from Mooncrab Games. Long ago, the once gentle Leviathans lost their minds and tore the world apart. After generations of hiding and struggle, humanity discovered that the frenzied Leviathans can be restored. Climbers willing to take the risk must explore the wilds and work together to remove a series of binding crystals to heal the Leviathans roaming the world. In Leviathan Wilds, 1 to 4 players will confront these colossal beings, with each creature being depicted across the spread of a spiral-bound storybook that makes up the game's board. The book also forms the basis of a connected campaign mode built around the game's story, with each of 20 included scenarios estimated to last around 45 minutes. Tougher difficulty levels are also available for added replay. Each character's deck of multi-use cards is unique, allowing them to climb, jump, and glide around the board in different ways. The number of cards left in the slim deck represents their grip on the Leviathan's body. If the deck runs out, the player loses their grip and begins to fall down the board until they're able to reach the rest space. to reach a rest space, which resets their deck. Moving on to rest spaces also provides a way to regain one's grip without falling. Other spaces reduce a character's health or grip, or they increase blight, a status that reduces their overall hit points. The Leviathan has its own deck of cards, which triggers various effects at the beginning of a player's turn, from targeted attacks that reduce health to effects that move players between spaces or loosen their grip. As the game progresses, the Leviathan gradually gains rage, which intensifies the effect of its event cards. Players' characters can move around a square grid overlaid on the creature's body by spending action points, the number being determined by a card played at the start of their turn, and the remaining hand of ability cards to reach the crystals and reduce them to 0. Victory is achieved by reducing all crystals, which vary in strength, to 0. Now, in the Deepvale Expansion, this is an old kingdom stronghold that lies buried in the twisting catacombs beneath the wilds, a treasure trove of relics, knowledge, and secrets best left forgotten. Deepvale expands Leviathan Wilds with 7 thrilling new Leviathans, including the ever-changing Flux, the brutal Ravager, the unsettling Infestation, and more. The new Climber Edge and the new class Harvester increase character and class shuffle build combinations from the current 64 to an impressive 81. This game is designed by Justin Kampanen. Art is by Samuel R. Shimota. It's published by Mooncrab Games. Leviathan Wilds was published in 2024 with the Deepvale Expansion in 2025. The game is for ages 10 and up for 1 to 4 players and takes about 60 minutes. So before we go to the table, I do ask that you please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget, hit that bell icon. That way you'll never miss when we're dropping new content. All right, so let's take it to the table and let's see what's in the boxes. So we're going to start with the main core game. Again, this is the Founders Edition. So this is, we'll have some additional components outside of the standard retail. So just kind of keep that in mind. But you'll get an idea of what the game has and what this is all about. And this kind of reminds me of, what was it, Wraith and Giants, or Giants and the Wraith and the Giants, I think is what it's called. That I've played. I got it behind me, and that's a single player campaign game that I have played, and I've played on the channel. This kind of reminds me that I don't know how similar they are, but it's kind of the same concept. You're kind of going up on these beasts, and you have a character, and you've got cards that do different things. So I don't know which game came out first, or if they are very similar to each other. They look very similar, but this is a 1 to 4 player game, so I'm looking forward to playing this with my group. All right, so first we got the rule book. Let's, of course, zoom in a little bit. Take a look at the rule book. So we've got everything spelled out for contents, and we got some nice, it's a nice looking rule book. Nice and colorful. I like when they give you a bunch of examples, and I do see that here. So, all right, and we have, let's see, how many pages? 20 pages total. So not too terribly bad. All right. And we have some punch board here, which I believe I won't need. I think all of this is replaced in my component upgrade, because I think even this is a dual layer board. So we'll see. Here's the Book of Leviathans, an expedition into the wilds. So this is your main, this is the board itself, if you will. So here's all the different Leviathans that we're going to be not fighting, trying to save. So I'll just kind of go through. Let me get this out of the way. It's a little less distracting. All right. There we go. So, but yeah, you're going to be moving up to all these different spots and trying to basically save these Leviathans. So then there's this one that's all right. I got to zoom back out now because this one rotates the other way. All right. Okay. Same thing. The Watcher. This is the Weaver, big giant spider. This one is an avalanche. The Hive. The Collector. Looks like kind of like a giant crab. And then we've got Fury, the big bull. And Bloom. Yeah, I'm sure, like, even with this, I guess that's a creature. Weird. And then this one is Forsaken. Oh. And the Tunneler. Very, very different type of creatures and stuff. Twins, which I'm like not seeing. I'm not seeing a creature. It looks like just like a rock formation. The Vortex. So this is the Hunger. Feed me, Seymour. All right, here's the Deep. And number 17, the Tyrant. So the last one. And then, I'm not sure, just a map in the back, I guess. All right, so let's see what else is in here. Well, we got some dual layer player boards. I think they're upside down. So these look the same. Yep. Okay. And we've got some cards which I will go through in a minute. So let's hold on to those. I got some kind of rings here, like plastic rings. Let me go back to my components and tell you what these are. So these are attack markers. So I got 2 attack markers. We have, let's see, these are, what are they? Just little round discs. Maybe those, the focus tokens? Yeah, these are focus tokens. So I will show you what they look like. Let me take one out of the bag. So that's the one side, and the other sides are got like nothing on them. Oh, those are focus tokens. Okay. Then we've got some more tokens. I think these are the climber. No, they can't be all the climber figures. Like I'm not even seeing these in the book. Those are not climbers. It says there's a bunch of scenario tokens. Like these things are not listed. Oh wait, so this is 11 climber and class tokens. So I think they're just in multiple bags. So 11. I just don't know why these are in different bags. So there's some tokens that are double-sided. And there's these in a bag. So let me. They are printed like a different on the other side. Okay. And then we've got some more of these. These do fall under the climbers and class tokens. So they're double-sided. All right. Then what else? We've got 8 climbers. So we've got all the little climber tokens, and they are dual-sided. There's a front and a back for them. I'm not going to pull all them out. There's a lot of silica. All right, then we just got a bunch of tracking cubes. So there's a bunch of purple, red, and blue tracking cubes. You can see there is 2 different types of dice. So we got some purple and some blue dice. All right, so let's take all the cards out. We'll start looking at some of these. I think these are going to probably be replaced, these wooden ones, probably with the acrylic tokens. But we shall see. So we'll just push that up out of the way. All right, so let's take a peek at some of the cards. I'm not going to like show every card. That's too time consuming to do. And I know when I'm watching this type of video content, I'm like, usually it's like not too interested to sit there for 20 minutes and watch someone show every card in the game. So this is more meant to just kind of give you that first look. All right, so let's see. These are the injury cards. So there's 12 injury cards. There's a clumsy, a confused. And again, they're just going to tell you what, like here it says, for the numb, you cannot gain the yellow protection. Remove this injury if you rest while activating with a yellow AP card. So a bunch of different types of injuries. And then we've got climber cards and class cards. So I don't know why that's in the middle there. So let's see, we've got, I think these are all the heralds. Okay, so the little symbols for this guy, the herald. Looks like, oh, here's the gadgeteer. So these are his cards. There's Magnus. Magus. Magus. So, okay, so this should be right on top of there. Okay. And we got the Gambler, because that's their symbols that match. So that's how you're going to, I know I'm not putting these up close, but these are all the different abilities for those guys. Okay, so that's his symbol. The Magus. So these are. So he needs to get in here, right? That's his symbol. No, it's not. It is a different symbol. All right, so we got the Herald. So it looks like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards per character. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gambler, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Then we have the Breaker, the Mender, Roughneck, 8. So this guy is probably a leftover from this pack, or an extra. Just to go into this pack. All right. The setup. Okay, we probably don't want to mix these things up. These look like they are probably for trying to determine based on their images. Don't know. I'll have to read the instructions, but I'm going to assume that these are got to be the Leviathan's attacks, and maybe they all use the same. Maybe they don't do different ones. They got different setups in here, though. All right. Okay. So then we have. Don't know. These are all. I don't know what the freelance climber is. Oh, that's okay. That's one of those guys. But then we get into this weird card. So this guy, this is the freelance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So how many characters I got so far? I'm supposed to have how many? I already forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total? Is that how many I think they said? Where's the back of the box? I can't look at it. I don't remember how many I said at the beginning. So it just says a bunch of climber cards. Well, there should be 8 climber figures, right? So I say 8. I don't know if I just counted 7 or 8. 2, 3, 4. Isn't this fun video? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that should be all the climbers. And then I'm not exactly sure what this stuff is, because these cards are different. Kestrel. Let's see, was that some of the... I don't think that was... It's not the names of these guys. And there's only a couple of these. They're still showing that same type of card. Maybe that's the class? Right? So it says climber cards and class cards. So 22 climber cards and 72 class cards. So have no idea. Have no idea. All right. We still have another pack here. There's supposed to be a bunch of threat cards and story cards in here. I'm trying to be careful when I'm opening these because I don't want to mix them up. So that's what these look like. Threat cards and the story cards. Which is what these are, right? Yeah, these are more of those. So, which way does it go? I don't know. There's a sage. It says sage number 1, sentinel number 2. Is that my... Okay, so that's going through your tyrants, or your number 8 says there's 17. It goes to 10, 11. Number 12 is the tunneler. Oh, and there it says tunneler at the bottom. Okay. So these should go up to 17. And then, okay, so yeah, these are going to be each of the... There's the tyrant. Okay. I don't know what this one's for. That doesn't go in here. Okay. So these are the setups for all the tyrants. So that we want, that. And then with these, looks like these are like, I think, I'm thinking these are the climber cards, and then these are probably, like the fix probably goes in here because it looks like one of these. And it matches that symbol there. Yeah, so he goes here. Okay, so then there's those which look to be separate. So, all right, and then the only other thing I think we have for this is there's a mutation pack. So this is an expansion content. Let's see what we have in here. So we've got punch cardboard for the mutation pack. We do have, which just looks like that. So sorry. And we do have some additional rules for token placement. So it's just a one-page pamphlet and how to use some cards that come in the deck. So there's some more cards. All right. So these look like they are tyrant cards. So these are for the tyrants, or the Leviathans, or whatever they're called. I keep saying the wrong thing. So, okay. So we're going to just keep those in here, in that box. We'll keep that separate. We'll keep it separated. All right, so that is what comes in this main box. Let's try to keep all this stuff separated, like I said. So I think we're going to put this stuff there. We're going to put this stuff. And then, perfect. Plenty of space in there for those. Your boards go back there. It's kind of nice, actually. They even have like a little notch here where the spiral bound, like, just kind of fits down in there. So, okay. I'm going to just lay this back in here for now, but that will come out later. And we're going to take a peek at the next one in the expansion. So we'll look at the Deepvale Expansion, which looks like all of this stuff will actually fit into the main game because there's a lot of room for additional cards in there. So I can probably just stick it all in the main box, which will be nice. Except maybe the book, but we'll have to see. Might give me a lid lift if I stick the other book in there. So here we have just a little 4-pager, little update rule book. This one shouldn't be as big. All right, so we do have some more packs of cards. I'm going to just leave these closed for now. We do have an additional die, a black and red die. It looks kind of nice. I like that. There is an additional wooden figure. And let's just take a peek at might as well go through this book. So we got 7 new Leviathans on here. So there's the Keeper and the Ravager. Dude looks creepy. All right, then we have Flux and Dwelling and Infestation. Creepy. Architect. The Anomaly. It's just weird. Like, some of these don't look like a creature. It's kind of weird. And then there's a map. So that's the Deepvale. An expedition into the Deepvale. So not pretty brief there. And then, all right, we'll take a look at the Deluxe Components so you can kind of see what kind of upgrades there are available for the game if you are interested in getting some addition, some of the purdy stuff. Now, nothing in here is required, but I do like to pimp out my games. I do enjoy that. All right. All right, so let's see. Okay. So we do have a using this pack. So just a little pamphlet. So we do have 2 translucent attack markers, a wooden current player marker, 12 dice that are colorblind friendly, 16 acrylic mushroom tokens, and acrylic scenario tokens, metal coin, and a dual layer board. So this does replace the board that does come in the game. So, which is nice because I really like dual layer player boards, especially when you got to put little trackers and little cubes on a board. Sometimes you tap the table or something and your cubes will slide. So with this, it will not happen because they will sit down. You can see that. They will sit down instead of sitting on the board, they sit down into those little cutouts. So that's nice. All right. So these are just I'll compare. So let me show you. I'll show how these are a little different. Just interestingly, I got all this punch board, but I have a bunch of stuff that was like, I guess because it's the Founders Edition, is why I've got like all the wooden upgrades, I guess. Yeah, see, like I've got the wooden version of these, all of these things. I don't think I did these. None of this that I recall seeing in here. So here's the acrylic versions of those. So I won't have to punch anything on this board. And then so you can see the difference between these two. I don't think it's not really any thicker, but this is basically this here. These are cut out where this is just sitting. This is all smooth. So I don't know if I can get that on camera, but you can kind of see the shadows a little bit on the left one. So same board, just these are cut out, which makes it a lot nicer. So, all right. We have, so instead of these cardboard pieces, I've got little acrylic tokens for all that stuff. And I like acrylic over cardboard. This is a first player wooden current player marker. So the current player, so I guess there's not one. And that's kind of weird. They're not a current player. And I guess this is the coin. It's a pretty heavy duty coin. I don't know what it's for, but it's a metal gambler coin. And then we've got more dice. These are supposed to be colorblind friendly dice, but I'm not really sure what the difference is. They look the same color, like it's purple and still like a purple and a bluish or greenish. Maybe these blue ones are a different color, different shade. Let me take it out of the plastic. I think the purples are the same, but yeah, these are. So the right side here, these two are what's in the core game. These are the colorblind friendly. The purples look the same, but I think it's just this one here. Maybe this is harder for colorblind people to see. Might have to ask Rob. Watch my video, Rob, and tell me, because I don't know what type of colorblindness Rob has. But that's something he's talked about. So these things, so they're the same, but it's just they're translucent. So the core game has the, plastic where these you can kind of see through. So again, they're still same quality, but just wanted to show you, kind of give you an idea of what comes in the deluxe package in case you're interested in that. So I put these on the same, and we will put all these back. This track's just going to go right back in the game. I'm going to just put that in there. This will probably all go in here anyways, so I will package everything up again here in a minute. We'll take it back to the main screen. Again, thank you for watching. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so you'll never miss new content. Again, thank you for watching my unboxing of Leviathan Wilds and the Leviathan's Deepvale Expansion and the Deluxe Component Pack. So appreciate that. Please feel free to share your comments, and we hope you have a great day. We'll see you at the table.